Hello and welcome. My name is Cristina Lorefice, and this is actually my daughter's idea. She said, "Mom, why don't you share your nuggets of wisdom on YouTube?" And I said, I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. But then I thought about it again, and I thought, well, why not? So here I am, and I'm just going to trust my higher self and just go with the flow. I'm not too sure what I'm going to talk about. Maybe something around the New Year resolutions, embracing the New Year, something like that. I'm going to trust my higher self that what comes out of my mouth hopefully will make sense. So, perhaps we can start with the question, who have you been this year? And really reflect on that question. Look within. Take a pen and paper if you like. What's your journey been like? Who have you been this year? Any regrets? So just to really ponder on that question and to reflect on what would you like to let go of and what would you like to embrace. So what hasn't been serving you well in terms of thinking, feeling, behaviors, certain patterns that perhaps you have acquired in 2012 or in fact in a lifetime that you would like to leave behind. So even that, take a moment to reflect and perhaps write down, what would you like to let go of? What would you like to leave behind? Perhaps some of those habitual patterns, repetitive patterns, haven't served you well. And so once you write it on paper and you see what it is a lot easier to determine what it is that you would like to let go of. Because you see, the brain can be quite, or the mind, the ego can be quite addictive. So the brain likes to know, likes to go where it knows. I repeat that. The brain likes to go where it knows. And so whatever is familiar and comfortable, the brain will go there. And so no matter how negative or repetitive and how the outcome of a certain situation will be, as long as the brain knows what it is, as long as it's familiar, the brain will go there. And it doesn't matter the result is negative, the brain will still go there. In fact, the brain loves what is familiar. So it doesn't matter whether it's something negative. As long as it's familiar, it will go there. So those can be addictive patterns and behavior and feelings and mode of thinking. And unless we snap out of that, the brain will keep going there. And so you will get the same results in your life. And so it's worth thinking and looking at those patterns, because if we do not look at those patterns, the brain will keep going there. It will keep going where it's familiar. And so sometimes, we might say, well, why does this keep happening to me? Because it feels familiar and because that's what you know. And so when you become aware of those patterns, obsessive thinking, behaviors, and feelings, you have a better chance to snap out of it and do something about it. Do something different, because you cannot erase a habit, but you can do something else. You can do something different. So when you become aware of a certain pattern or thinking or feeling, you can do something different as long as you're aware of it. So no matter how small the change is, over time and with practice, you will be able to replace that habit. So it's about replacing a habit. Um, you cannot totally erase it, but you can replace it. And so I guess awareness, it's the first step. So to become aware is the first step, and that's why it's important to write it down. Write down what you want to let go of. And so the other question would be, who would you want to be? Who do you want to be in 2013? And that can be a very interesting question. And it takes a bit of imagination. And so, yes, take a moment and write it down if you like. Who do I want to be? And just, just let your imagination go wild. Just imagine who you want to be in your wildest dream. Who do you want to be? And don't hold back. Just really get a vivid picture in your mind, and imagine how you talk, how I knew you would walk, what would you wear, what type of friends you'd have, what type of relationships you would have, what type of career, what type of job, what type of hobbies and interests. Just let your imagination go wild, and write it down. Because again, when you commit to paper and you do that and you read it out loud, perhaps every day, that actually your mind will start to register that, and that is also a way to reinvent a new you. And it's not about changing you because there's something wrong with you or you need to be fixed. I'm not coming from there, because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. There's too much of that quick fixes around. Society and media wants us to believe that we're not good enough and that we need fixing. In fact, we do not. But what we do need to do is to look inward and become aware of what is not serving us good for our own benefit, because actually the divine wants us to enjoy life and have everything we want and desire. And so by doing that, we become aligned with the divine. And so it's not about fixing. It's nothing to do with fixing. And I totally disagree with that. Everything stems out of accepting yourself first. When you accept yourself totally and unconditionally, and you become aware of the patterns, of the behaviors, thinking, and emotions that you're addicted to, you can do something about it, and you create your life the way you want it. So, not about fixing here. You're perfect. You're fine as you are. It's just about figuring out what else you want. Or how can you be better? Not a better in a competitive way, by the way. Just a better for yourself. Something that works for you better than now. So, yes, with regards to the new year, I guess that's what I wanted to say. Really, who do you want to be? Look forward to the new you, the new year, the new journey, the ongoing journey. Because life is an ongoing journey. So it's all about learning. I wish you all a happy new year. And this is Cristina Lorefice here. And see you soon. Bye bye.